One. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an exciting edition of our take on The Bold and the Beautiful. It's not exciting because the show is exciting, it's exciting because we're here and we're going to hang out and discuss about it. And my name is Jonathan, and I will be your host. And joining me, as always, I have the three people who have, for some reason, done something wrong in their life and have to atone for their sins by watching this horrible show with me. And that's Marissa, Jenna, and Durante. Hey guys.
Hey,
Hello.
If
Hi.
if
That was
that's
the
not
best
an
intro
intro,
ever.
I don't know what else
Spot
is.
on.
You have to just because I think that's what we did. I think we did something wrong in our lives, and that's why we are sitting here and watching the same episode 3 to 4 to 5 times a week because I, I yeah, just yeah.
Just
So,
yeah.
do you guys have a good week so far?
Yeah.
yes.
It's a good week.
Pretty good.
Good, good. Well, hopefully this holiday week will be a solid one for you. A little bit of a programming note. We will be taking next week off because I've got real life work that I have to keep up with, and I don't think I'm going to have time to sit down and watch Bold and Beautiful. And if I did, I probably won't actually want to talk about it. Also, from a airing standpoint, we do have two preemptions again this coming week, as Thursday will be a rerun and Friday will be a preempted episode. So I don't think they've announced what episode is going to be rerun yet. Um, but I figured they can just choose any episode from this week and last week, and we'll
The
just
week
flow right
before.
in.
Yeah.
Just easy.
Sounds good.
Because if it was something from before, could you imagine if they played like an early 2000s episode or
Oh
like
God.
That'd be
something
great.
from the 90s or something like that where we could see a show with quality? That'd just be, well, I can
They
dream.
wouldn't do that.
No, because then we would know what kind of a show they actually
They think,
have.
yeah.
Oops. So let's dive into the storyline of the week. Because that's pretty much what we got. But actually, I'm looking here. I'm gonna say my favorite thing that I've seen, and I'm just now like actually saw it thanks to the Twitters, is I guess the cast of Sesame Street took over The Bold and the Beautiful for a segment on the Late Late Show with James Corden. And while I haven't watched it yet, I'm gonna bet you that it's more entertaining than this week's episode. So I'm gonna make sure to tweet that out. So definitely look for that link. But the storyline of the week is all revolving around, you guessed it, Tomas. So, Brooke prevented Hope from telling Rich that Thomas had died from his acidic death. Meanwhile, Brooke leaves Hope alone so she can go tell Rich the truth about Thomas's death right as Thomas appears to Hope and says that he remained quote unquote dead to prove a point. Yep. So, Jenna, why don't I save you for last? I know where you thought I was going there because I know you got a rant built up, and I'm gonna ask Durante. Why don't you
hmm
tell me first what do you think of this week's storyline and the way things unfolded?
I thought this week's storyline was lame, and I was pretty furious when I heard Thomas's justification. It was a proof of point that she could keep that good people keep secrets too. And my only thought is that there's more manipulation from him. He's sick because his situation and Hope's situation is not the same. He lied about a baby for months for his own personal gain, and she felt guilty and was going to come clean if he had stepped forward. So I don't understand how those two situations are the same.
They're not.
They're
They're
not
not
at
even
all.
remotely.
No,
Marissa, did you see any correlation to how they could be the same, or in a way that is was there a shining moment in this lackluster story that you enjoyed this week?
None. Nothing was enjoyable for me at all. I just want the story to end because it's been going on, it seems like forever. I'm just I'm just so over it. Like, I'm over Thomas and I'm over Hope crying. I'm over him being manipulative and her not going off on him and just letting him have it, because I feel like she hasn't done that yet. And that's what needs to happen. He's so crazy in the head, to the point that it's like both of them are getting on my nerve. Like, both of them. I need this to end. I need the storyline to be over. And hopefully it ends soon, because I don't know. I just can't.
So, Jenna,
Yes.
you DM'd me and then got mad that I was just giving you one word responses because I was at work.
Because you were egging me on with those
And
one-word
that was
responses.
that was literally all I had time for. But you were kind of in your feelings in
Yeah.
regards to this revelation. And yeah, what kind of was your reaction to the way that this story played out?
Okay. The thing that I've said this a million times on this podcast and I tweeted about it, the thing that pisses me off is like Matt and Anika have more chemistry than Anika has with anybody else on that show. Period. And the fact that Thomas was insane and this whole storyline and all this crap that happened. And then she's sitting there in a dark room and he comes out and she's crying, because she's like, how am I going to tell Douglas? Like, what if I go to jail? Like, what if I lose both? I lose Douglas and my daughter. And then Douglas is going to lose like the only parent that he technically has left, this, that, and the other thing. Thomas comes walking out and she looks up and she sees him and she's like, Thomas, is that you? And he's like, yeah, it's me. And then she like runs into his arms. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about when I say this whole storyline was a missed opportunity from the jump. Like, that almost, like, honestly, it seemed more like two lovers like being reunited than it did like in that moment of like, hey, he's freaking insane. She tried to basically was responsible for his death, but these two people are just coming together and he has this look on his face like, I thought she would be mad at me. Oh, this is so great. And then like he closes his eyes and like buries his head in her. And then she's like touching the back of his head and she's just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, show? Like, are you serious right now? Like, this is what we have. This is all we're getting out of this amazing chemistry is he's a fucking psycho and she tried to kill him. Really? Because there's no way to make this better for anybody. There's no way to walk this back. There's no way to make either one of them palatable for each other ever again. So, way to drop the ball, show. I should have expected it from the beginning, but for some reason, I was like, no, they're not going to do this. And then y'all went and did it, and you fucking pissed me off. There we go. I'm done. I feel better.
Damn.
I'm not gonna say forever
Wow.
because
Wow.
I do feel like they could walk it back, but it requires work, it requires time,
Which they won't do.
and that's not something that they can do. What they need to do is like ship Thomas off for like 6 months
A
now
year.
Yes.
and
They have
bring
to.
him back. The year's too long. I think 6 months, 6 months, and then bring him back, reintroduce it, explain that he's gotten treatment and from somebody other than Taylor,
Right.
and it'll be okay. But you, I can't just. I don't know. I think Bold has gotten to the point that it's become complacent in its ability to be mediocre. And I think the fact that it got really good ratings based upon the mediocrity is what it's coasting off of right now. And that's allowing for these stories that we shouldn't see to continue on way longer than they should. All the pieces of the puzzle are there. We've talked about it countless times. We've talked about the different relationships, different pairings, different stories that they could take these stories in an outlet. But having one story that's poorly written and then having everybody else be a Greek chorus to it is dragging down the entire show. And I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for the show to get better. I don't know what's going to take for the show to get. It can't really get too much worse. Um, but I don't know. Knowing that we're coming up on a thankful Thanksgiving episode, I'm just like, I don't know what there is to be thankful for on B&B anymore, and that's kind of sad place to be. So
It's just so irritating.
Yes. The fact that they literally had Rena Sosa as a talk to this week instead of using her, it's just so frustrating.
okay, well, I'm gonna do a mean thing because you know what? We're at 11 minutes, and I wanna make it a little bit longer. So do a mean thing. All right, I want you each to say one positive thing about B&B, and you can't choose the same thing. So if somebody chooses
Mm-mm.
it before you, sorry about it. You gotta come up with something different.
Sorry,
Um,
Bubba.
that's the way it works. So
Ugh.
we're going to do like the classics, sitting around the Thanksgiving table for B and grab each other's hands and look at the person who you just fucked over last week, and just say something nice about them. And in this case, it's the awful show. So I'm gonna throw Jenna you under the bus first because I think it's funny, and ask you what is
Christ.
one positive thing you are thankful for this year on The Bold and the Beautiful.
I hate you.
That's fine.
Um. mhm. Okay. I'm happy that the baby switch storyline is over. That Hope has her baby, and there's no more crying about Beth.
Because
That's
Phoebe
what
is
I'm
Beth.
because Beth is Phoebe and Phoebe is Beth.
That was
And
good.
considering that was the fucking story for 6 goddamn months, I am thankful for that. That's it.
Damn.
Well said. All right, Marissa, what are you thankful for?
Gosh, this is hard.
I know.
I'm thankful that the show is still on the air. Um, God, and I'm thankful for Steffi being on the show because she's only saving grace for me at this point. So yeah, that's really
There you
all
go.
I can really think of right now.
Hey, you got something positive. All right, Durante, what do you got?
I'm thankful for how you pronounce her name, Annika.
Uh,
Anika,
Anika Noel?
yeah, Anika Noel. Yeah, I'm thankful for Anika's portrayal. I think she's the only positive thing about this horrible storyline, and I think she's doing a good job with the horrible writing. So yeah.
It's really interesting to see her just come in every day and give it her all. Like, I do want to like reward her with like an award. I don't think she deserves, best actress, but best actress stuck in a terrible show, maybe. Like it's I want. It's hard to say because she's
Younger
knocking it out of
supporting
the park.
actress.
She's knocking, yeah, younger supporting actress. I would 100% give her because she's knocking it out. There's so many just groundbreaking scenes that she's done this year, and to come in as a recast of a lead character, not even just like a popular character, but like a lead popular character from a popular, successful actress. Anika's done a great job. So very cool. Oh God. So now I've got to pick something. Huh.
Ha.
I am thankful that damn, we didn't even go anywhere on the goddamn visit this year. I was like, can I be like, we got a budget, but we didn't even leave states this year. Um, I'm thankful. and he shows Anika, and you show Jacqueline. Dang it, this is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Um,
It's
honestly,
what she deserves.
honestly, I'm thankful for the new additions to this cast this year because they have honestly done a great job. From Denise Richards, who's just killed it. Um, and I know it wasn't as much, but we had Flo and Dr. Game Show host, and we had just the little boy who plays Douglas Thomas. Like all of these additions this year have been phenomenal. The writing for them, not so much, but the additions and the caliber of their portrayals is what I'm thankful for. So there we go. We said we found something positive to this, but I think the ultimate lesson here is that we need Bold and the Beautiful to hashtag do better. So as corny as that is, that's what I got for you. I need them to do better. I need them to do better from a writing standpoint. I need better from just production. I need them to do better from stop treating me like I don't have any type of IQ because I do.
Literally.
So there we go. Anybody got anything else they want to rant about or say or do before we wrap up this B&B quick edition?
Oh, how cold-blooded was Brooke when she was like, "I'm a chemist. Trust me when I say that Thomas and all traces of him are gone." I was like, "Damn, girl.
I
Okay,
It was
wow."
hilarious watching Twitter say, "Wait, Brooke Logan was a chemist?"
Yes, she
I
was.
saw that. That's like, yeah, she was for a very long time.
Like,
Like,
honestly, I wouldn't even know that, honestly. I was just thinking that she was just a whore and she just, made her way through Forrester, but like I didn't know that she was actually a chemist. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
she created the belief formula.
this is shocking. Didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah.
Brooke used to have a brain. Like, she
Yes,
used
she
to be
did.
ridiculously smart, and that was the cool thing about Brooke was that she was smart and manipulative and sexy, and she would come and get your man and just destroy it, and then also go and steal your company by making a multi-million-dollar formula, because what she did. I think one of the scenes that always stands out to me is when I think it was it Thorn dating Macy, and she sent over a bottle of wine with Macy being a recovering alcoholic, and she just kind of like waved at the table like, "Hey, enjoy. It's good. Have
Yeah, I
fun."
remember that.
Like that is Brooke Logan, and that's what I want. I want Brooke to do that, but with Shauna. Like I want that level of like petty rivalry back. But
Right? Like we don't even get that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, even though I hate it, but even like Steffi and Hope, they don't really argue with each other. Like they don't even like they're like, oh
oh,
hey,
they
practically.
cry.
You know what I mean? They're all cool. Like everybody's cool on the show. Like I want to see arguments like we got with Shauna and Brooke a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? With the whole slap in the face, the slut from the valley, the slut from the desert. You know what I mean? All that. That was good TV. I was like, oh, okay. Now it's just like the same repetitive stories, and it's horrible. Really horrible.
Fair. Well, on a scale of horrible, being 1 to 10, uh, let's start with you, Durante. What do you give this week?
I give it a 1. I have nothing else to say.
Can we pause here for a second and point out the fact that Durante
Yes.
Durante gave
Yeah.
B&B a 1. Like
Yeah.
this is the man
He's
who was
he's the nicest out of all of us, guys.
the nicest
Seriously.
out of all of us. Was saying positive things when we already had nothing positive to say, and even he is giving the show a 1. Guys, do
Yeah.
do
I'm just
better.
over it.
Do better. All right. This is gonna be a really fun one because Marissa, what do you got?
I'm gonna give it a 1 also. This week was just repetitive as usual. I'm and nothing against the actress, but I'm so sick and tired of seeing Hope cry
Every day.
She can do an amazing crying scene, but I just need it to stop. Like, I just need her to just no more crying. Get happy. Like, give her something so she can smile again or something, because I cannot stand the crying anymore. And I just really want Thomas off my screen. Like, I need them to, like, send him away for a little while. Redeem that. You know what I mean? Because it's not working anymore. Like, it just doesn't work. There's nothing I feel like he can do that can redeem him. We need a little break from him. You got to go to Paris or something. He needs to go for a little while.
For sure, international call him. Bye.
See you later.
That's all we need. Okay, Jenna. What about you?
Ugh. Yeah. If I could go any lower than a 1, I would. But you set parameters,
I did.
so a
Because
1.
then, if I didn't have those parameters, you and me both know we do negative infinity, and that's just you gotta have some boundaries.
Like, I can't. I cannot. Like, the stumbles that the show has made in this, and like all of these storylines, I cannot. I cannot. And then Thomas trying to justify why he made her think he was dead. Okay, fine. But really? You're gonna do that to you, to Hope, to your sister, to your dad, to your son,
Mm-hmm.
to
Mhm.
all these people that love you and want you to be better. And I'm just like, okay, sure. So yeah, 1.
Very well said. It is a 1 for me as well. Honestly, like, I don't want to see the show canceled. I don't, because it can be better. But I don't understand how it's still in the air.
At all.
Like, I don't
Oh my
understand
God.
how this gets through
Ugh.
any form of quality check from anybody. I know the network doesn't have control over the show, but they do have influence over the show. And they are okaying storylines, and they're okaying episodes, and they're okaying scripts, and they're okaying differences in that. And how this makes it to air is shocking to me. There are people doing something on public access that is better. So
Exactly.
I'm just saying, I've watched web series where I might not actually be able to hear them because the microphones just aren't work, or in the camera work is just wonky as all get out, but it's more compelling. Like, I've seen college projects that are better. Do better, Bold. Just do better. So, on that note, you can follow us on Twitter at Artake Media. We're at artakemedia.com. You can use the hashtag ArtakeBold when discussing this podcast and let us know your take and your opinion so that we can make sure to incorporate that in future episodes. You can follow Jenna at Jenna TV Lover. You can follow Durante at Durante1985. And you can follow me at Soapwiki John. And the one and only Marissa is at A Bitches. That's 3 A's, 2 Y's, 3 E's. Bitches. So until next time, thank you guys for listening. Have a good night. See ya.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bitches.
We really need to coordinate that to where we all go, hey.
Hey.